It's summertime, which means kids are out of school. It's gonna be loud in here, and there's probably not gonna be a cart.
And they're full.
And there's not a place to park. Somebody left, and now we're getting a rock star parking spot. The sheer volume of teenagers is... Oh, it is packed. I just totally forgot my cart, too. Looks like they're waiting on a Ben's change out.
All right, the music is loud, but I have missed the books. Let's start digging through here. Hopefully you can hear me. I'll try to talk loud so that we can drown out that music going. We'll give it a good look here. I think I'm going to get this Bible. I don't know if I have the one I got a while back, but this one's in good shape. It's got this sleeve over it that has protected it. I'm going to take the sleeve off. These are good big family Bibles. Oh, no one even wrote in the front. I got to hurry and go through these books. They're switching the bins out.
First thing I found that's interesting, it's like a canister. It's got glitter that'll come off. It says Imperial Plums, France. It is made in the USA, so it's not actually old, but that's cute. Just keep digging.
This is kind of fun. It's in Spanish, but the book is actually really cool. A little worse for wear. It's all military. I decided not to get it. It's pretty cool, but it's heavy. They're gonna charge me a lot when they wait. Oh, they're switching my books, man. I gotta go. They're making me move.
They're about to let the rope down, so we'll have to be ready for that. Oh, I like this one because it has a nativity in it. Let me grab that. All right. It's about to get crazy. There's a lot of kids here, so we'll see if they're behaving today. You never know. Some days it's crazier than others.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so I gotta go back in there, but I found these 3 cute salvage houses. I couldn't film grabbing those houses because it was just too crazy and I needed all my hands. I do love a good wicker magazine rack. That's cute.
Have one like this at the house?
I don't think so. We can sell that.
It has a sleeve on it, so it's in good shape for me.
All right, I like it.
Everyone's going crazy in the new bins. So I'm going to be back here by myself going through these, seeing if I can find anything. There's usually some good stuff left. We'll take a look, though. Is that cast iron? Oh, wrought iron. See if I can get it out of these clothes. Oh, it's all tangled up.
Got bins open on the other side too, so Deb and I think are going to be able to be in and out of here quick since they've changed out so many of the bins. There's going to be lots of good stuff to pick through. There's also a lot of people. That's a nice tie. Roger would like that.
Digging in the new book bins. This one's kind of fun. Reader's Digest, Complete Guide to Needlework.
These are with the cute wood houses today. That one's broken and has it's been outside. But look at this one. It's made with a license plate. That's so cute. Here's another one. It's probably from a craft store, but I think if I took off the stuff on the bottom, that could be a good project. It's in the wrong area, but here's a Southern Living cookbook. These are my favorite. They have the best recipes. I just found a tiny little Lazy Susan. I'm gonna grab that too. I have to go make a dump because I don't have a cart and everything is huge that I keep finding. Here's another cookbook. This is an older one. Zeb loves the Better Homes and Gardens cookbooks. He picks them up anytime he finds them. Oh, my pile is getting larger. This is where we're at. I also found this really cute frame and an angel cookie cutter, and then just this great lace tablecloth. I'm gonna get it up off the ground, but the pile's growing. I still have yet to find any like linens besides that one tablecloth. I have not seen any quilts. I haven't really seen anybody with quilts that I even wanted. So just a weird day. I usually don't find quite so much home decor.
So this wasn't quite sitting on the top, but a good fat corner of it was hanging out. It's just sitting over here in these bins, no one grabbing it. It's all hand done. That might have been machine stitched there, but that's a good find.
All right, I just found this and I'm bringing it over to Zeb and he goes, oh yeah. Hopefully they don't charge you by the pound on that.
Even if they do, these are this drop hitch on here with the 2-inch ball is probably about $60, maybe $70.
Nice. I'm going back. I walked all the way over here for you. Oh, that's way good. That's good because I have found 0 quilts.
So I think it's mass produced, but it's a lot of hand stitching on it.
Yeah, that's really pretty. I just want another hitch. This one doesn't have a ball, so I'll see if Zeb wants it, and some more cookie cutters.
I gotta go rescue her.
Oh, I have my stuff.
I know.
Did you find a spot?
I got kind of like a little spot right here.
I like packed all my stuff up.
Look, I'm gonna get this hat so I don't get sunburned gardening.
Oh, that's not attractive.
It's not flattering, but it will work. Hopefully no one comes and snags our stuff.
This Afghan has the sweetest colors. It's just a little baby Afghan, but I'm gonna grab it. I think I can just trim that off. Oh, I found another birdhouse. This one looks like a ski chalet. Somebody must have got rid of their whole collection. I just keep digging and digging. I never find this much home decor when I'm here.
We got a cool enamel pot lid over here. Let's see if we can find the actual pot for it.
Just found this really cool colander, and this one looks like it's legit old. Just needs a scrub down. I love the design and the colors. Keep looking around. I kind of like this poster, but it's pretty beat up, so I think I'm gonna leave it here. There's a cow creamer. She does have like a little broken foot, but I think I could either repaint her or maybe just like paint that one black, because this side's cute. All right, I found one toile placemat, so I'm gonna dig and see if there's anything else here. That's a great flat sheet. I'm for sure gonna take it even if it's just one, because that would be cute just like on a little side table, but hopefully there's more. And I kind of like this vintage king size pillowcase. It's very retro. It's cute. Let's go in. You never know what you're gonna find. Vintage Rugrats hoodie. There's definitely a kid in my house that's gonna want that. This is a Nickelodeon show I grew up watching. And I think I can't remember who these other two kids are. But I definitely watched a lot of Rugrats when I was a kid. My mom didn't like it. I see a theme here with all the houses I found. That's pretty good for Goodwill bins. Usually it's pretty random. Digging through, I think I like this quilt. I like granny squares. And the colors are kind of fun. We do sell quite a, oh, it looks like it's got a weird little repair. I don't know, what do you think? I don't know. I think somebody has repaired it because that's not normally like that. I think I'm gonna leave that here. It's still usable, but we do find a lot of Afghans, so I can be picky about them. That's a cool Mexican blanket. I like the colors on this. The turquoise is a keeper.
So got a cart finally. Had to wait while someone checked out, but we pretty much had it full. All this was just sitting on the ground waiting for a cart. I'm glad we found one because I don't know how we would have got it back outside.
Weirdest Goodwill bins finds ever. Like all those houses, and I found them in like a bunch of different places too. Like, I don't know if somebody got rid of a collection and somehow they got scattered.
Yes. Oh shoot, we probably bought that enamel lid. I was looking for the bottom and never found it, but oh well, it's in there.
One extra lid. Yeah, lots of home decor, not a lot of linens, not one purse, unless you found a purse.
Nope.
No purses and not a lot of books, so.
The one I did find that I kind of liked, after further inspection, it had like plastic buckles on it, and
Oh yeah, no. And we spent $82 total. And some of these houses are cute as is. Some of them, like that one, I'm gonna repaint, but I think it was a good haul. Like, I can't believe like the sheer volume of home decor at the Goodwill bins today. So we're gonna go home and work on some projects.
I'm over here making a mess at the barn. This is sitting on my quad. That's where that dollhouse went to, and all the other camping and winter fun that hasn't been picked up yet. But got the table saw out, and I just set the miter saw out here on the ground for now because I didn't feel like getting the sawhorse table out. So I set this to 4 degrees, and I've been cutting these feet. It's hard to tell, but that has a little 4-degree angle on it, which makes it stand not quite straight. There you go, you can see it. Standing up kind of at an angle there. So with that, I then transferred that 4-degree cut to the sides here. I should have got that sawhorse table out. Hold please. Okay, so now we angle these feet just right there, okay? And same with this one. Hopefully if I cut everything right, we're gonna get a little bit of an angle, put a stool top on top. I'm gonna nail everything together with a 15 gauge nailer. I'll show that in a minute. Get some glue. We're using the Titebond 3 because that's what's here in the barn. Usually I use Titebond 2. It's just my preference. I feel like it has a little longer open time, doesn't dry as fast, not as grainy. Gonna get this put together. Best place for a workbench is right on the top of your table saw, right? So just a little bit of glue, both sides. I've got these spacers. They're just some leftover shims that I was cutting when I was building cabinets. Set that there. Okay, even on this 4-degree angle, which equals 8 degrees now on the clamp, I think I can get this clamped up pretty tight. I'm just going to do that to hold it while I nail it, so I can scooch it around. Okay, 2.5 inch 15 gauge nails. I think they're going to hold that pretty well. Could use screws here, but I'm not. All right, now I'm going to make a bunch of these panels. Okay, these are glued up. You probably can't see, but they are standing at a slight angle there. And the table saw bench is working just fine. Put a little glue on here. Now these are a little more involved than the last benches. There's a lot of, it took me a minute to land on the 4-degree angle, a little bit of trial and error, if you will. It's even standing up good how I want it to. Like, those feet are all 4 right on the ground just how I wanted them. You know, when something comes together, I love it. Okay, now I just need to make a top. Got a top cut off. It ended up being 3/4 inch plywood because it needed to be 12 by 12, and the largest solid piece I have is 11 1/4 poplar, so 3/4 inch cabinet grade plywood is. All right, let's do a little test here. I'm about 210, 215, somewhere around there.
We're gonna be base coating the stools that Zeb just made. I'm using Dark and Decrepit, but I want it to be darker. So let me pour some more in there.
Yeah, we got 3 stools to do, so don't short yourself.
Dark and Decrepit is a glaze. It's a water-based stain. It has a built-in top coat, but because it's water-based, you can add any water-based paint to it. So I'm gonna take our anvil and I'll pour some of that in there, and we are going to darken the Dark and Decrepit and still have our built-in sealer and everything. I might need to add a little more. It's hard to tell because it's so dark anyways.
If you add too much more, you're just gonna have anvil.
Yeah, I don't want just straight up paint. It's gonna be more translucent than paint, but darker than how Dark and Decrepit normally comes.
And if you wanted it to be thinner so that it runs better or glides or isn't full strength, you could water it down.
You can make it thinner and darker at the same time by just adding water to it. I'm gonna see how just straight up it looks. Oh yeah, that way darkened. It made it more like, almost like an ebony stain.
Mm-hmm. But it still has like brown hues and tones in there.
Yeah. I wanted it to be nice and aged because I want a lot of this natural wood to come through the chippy milk paint.
Yeah, we're doing milk paint after this. I don't think I told anybody that.
Oh yeah, we are. We're using this month's milk paint. We're gonna use scarlet and then a blue and a white. I don't know which one. I need to check and see what I have.
Yeah, we got 4th of July coming up here in the US, so we're gonna get a little Independence Day theme going.
You could also do Little Black Dress, but by using Anvil, I didn't change the top coat properties in it because Anvil has a built-in top coat.
It's darker than she wanted, so she's wiping back.
No, just more solid, so I'm just using it more like a stain.
Oh, gotcha.
So I thought you could see some wood grain, so if it chips off, you can see that.
So this is just 3/4 plywood on the top. It's what I had that would fit. I had some poplar that I was thinking of using, but it was too small. It wasn't wide enough plank, and I didn't want to join a bunch of wood together and make these more than they are. Tried to keep it a pretty simple, easy project. It did take me a minute to figure the math out on the angles, but we got there, and now that I have it, I wrote it down so I could duplicate this or make them different sizes pretty easily.
Zeb watered it down a little bit, and it does seem to be going on a little bit smoother, so we'll see. Oh, I got some on my
not on your sweatshirt.
I gotta go get that. I gotta see if I can get that off. Yeah, it's more of like a stain now that we just watered it down a little bit. So you can see that wood grain. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it made it easier to wipe off is all that did.
Yep.
Gonna set these outside so that they can get some solar drying really quick, and then we will go ahead and get some milk paint mixed up while we're waiting. Jami wants a lot of resist for the milk paint, so she's adding some extra sealer. We are using top coat final finishes in satin, which not gonna be a ton of sheen on there, but this was, after wiping it back, this was pretty raw feeling still, so it probably would have just absorbed down into the wood and we wouldn't have got much chippy milk paint goodness.
We've got our milk paint already portioned out. We've got Kent, which is the bespoke, the Jami Ray vintage line, Flour Sack in Sweet Pickins, and then I've got Scarlet, which is the June color of the month, which means all sizes in Sweet Pickins and Farmhouse Finishes are 35% off at jamirayvintage.com. No code needed. It's the best time to stock up if it's a color that you like, because you're never gonna save more than 35% online. So it's kind of like a bright, more reddish pink, if that makes sense, but I think these 3 together are gonna look really good.
It's gonna be like a muted pastel looking 4th of July theme.
All right, so I'm just adding warm water to each of these. I'll mix them up. You do 1 part warm water to 1 part milk paint.
Jami, are you painting the bottom of a stool?
Yeah, it's completely raw and I'm gonna have enough paint. I'm not really gonna worry about perfection and I'm only doing 1 coat. But
I think that's gonna be a fun color. It's not quite navy, but I mean, it's a long ways from navy, let's be honest.
We could have done
Hold on.
We could have done navy, but I think sometimes people think red, white, and blue and they gotta like keep it the traditional, and I think you can do it whatever you want. It's just like Christmas.
This is
Christmas
just a little
red and
faded.
green doesn't have to be only traditional red and green. It can be the colors you like.
All right, I'm gonna get started with the flour sack. And we're just doing quick coats. These are gonna get heavy distresses and some finish work, and they're probably gonna chip quite a bit where we put the sealer on the top side. Yeah, I think that's gonna be really nice.
Yeah, it's a good one. And it's gonna pair nicely with the dark stain underneath.
All stacked together, they're gonna look cool. Are we gonna sell them as a set or individually?
We'll sell them individually. So we get asked a lot about sample sizes of milk paint. One sample of milk paint, when added with water, makes 4 ounces, which is about half of a sample of the DIY paint. So if you've never ordered milk paint, but you have got the DIY sample, this is 4 ounces. So it is a good way to kind of test out the paint, and it's more than enough to do on a small project like this.
Gonna take a couple coats on these. The Kent, we almost got full coverage on the first coat, but the white and the red are kind of like yellow. Those 3 colors. White,
red, yellow, pink. Unless it's like a red that has like a brown undertone, they just don't get that as good a coverage. It doesn't matter what paint line you use, but I feel like it's fairly decent. I'm just gonna smooth it out here and then let it dry. And 2 coats will be just fine.
Yeah, same with the
flour sack.
Same with the flour sack. You won't have an issue. All right, second coat's going on. Should be pretty quick.
I would go the opposite direction. When it's thin, you go the opposite direction, you get better coverage.
We did raise some of that plywood fibers on this. So we're gonna probably heat gun, do some wet distressing, see if we can force it to chip a little bit. So if you heat gun your milk paint before it's dry, you can oftentimes force some crackling on there.
It really works better with wet distress though. The heat gunning does work, but then the wet distress and then another heat gun will help it chip. Okay, so I'm getting it wet here on the top and I'm pulling it off the edges. You see how it's coming off there?
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna take this heat gun and force it to crackle and chip. We'll see. You can see it's already kind of bubbling up right there.
Oh, you're gonna get a lot of crackle out of that.
Yeah, it's good. The best chipping happened on this side, and it just goes to show that milk paint has a mind of its own because I feel like it's the same finish, same technique, and this like super good. So I'm just lightly sanding to remove any of the loose chips, and then we'll seal them up.
We're debating on if we should do the final finishes in the satin or come back with some dark oil wax because it would look really cool with some dark oil wax.
I think dark oil wax is good, but I don't know if I want to do dark oil wax on the white, so maybe final finishes in the satin, and then if we need to, we can come back with like dark and decrepit to like glaze it.
I don't know, I think the white would look fine. It's going to be dingy like the rest of them.
Maybe, okay, well, dealer choice.
We are a little out of order because this one took a little bit longer to dry because it was painted last, but getting a second coat of scarlet on here, just like I had to do with the other one. And then we will go ahead and do the distressing like what Jami had going. The scarlet reminds me of our cherries. They're starting to turn bright red like this. Jami left me here alone for a little bit. She had to run her mom to the doctor's office, just getting a checkup. But since she is gone, I'm making all the decisions and I'm dark waxing this dark oil wax from Sweet Pickens, same brand as the milk paint. And I'm gonna get this on here and then I'm gonna wipe it back and we'll see what we get. It should be really nice and moody and antiqued and look amazing. Not like we just built it out of scrap wood today. No, Zeb, don't do it. Not on the white one. Yes. Gonna be so good. This one actually didn't distress very much. Like didn't get very chippy compared to the other two. See what happens. And the moody blue one. Trust me, the oil wax is gonna make it. It looks dirty and muddy now, because that's the way it's supposed to look, especially on this white stool. It is gonna really make that one pop and look old. Okay, so I let it sit on here for a little bit. Not to the point where it couldn't wipe it off, but given enough time to sit down in there. Let's see, can we get the crackle? Can we focus on the crackle? Look at that. This red one, it turned out awesome. Now we just wipe back. You can use a rag or dish towel or something. Just know that this does not wash out easy. I usually just throw whatever rag I'm using away, soak it in water and discard it, because you can get spontaneous combustion. You guys will have to let me know when the video is all said and done and you see all three of them together, if I messed up this white stool or if you like the finish on it. Thanks for coming and hanging out with the bins. We got a really eclectic mix of stuff today. It was random what we were finding, and some things need some work and some things are just ready to go.
To me, it's unbelievable. Look at my hair. To me, it's unbelievable that we found so many of those birdhouses. That has never happened before at the bins. I'm shocked. I'm so excited about that. Couple will need makeovers, but really a lot of them just need cleaned.
Yeah, they do need a good scrub and hose down.
I also love the scrap wood stools that Zeb made. Good job.
Thanks.
Hopefully you guys learned some fun new techniques to do on your furniture projects with milk paint. And don't miss out on the Scarlet Sale the month of June in 2025. If you need paint and products or these flips that we painted, you can visit JamiRayVintage.com. Don't forget Saturday night, 8:30 Mountain Time is our haul. And if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY
and thrifting. We'll see you on the next episode.
Walk up the river by my son. Feet step over splinters of the moon. Golden, I follow only golden.